taking a penalty. Get that stick up. Let him run into that stick.
But now a Stanley Cup update. Here's John Wells.
Nassau Coliseum, Uniondale. The Islanders have one more. It's Dennis Potvin from around behind the net back to Bob Bourne. And Bourne's shot is deflected home by Brent Sutter, beating Glenn Hanlon. It's now 4-0 Islanders in the second.
Well, if anybody...
And while Rosbauer and Linsman go to the penalty box, here's the Stanley Cup update with John Wells.
A big night for the Sutter brothers on Long Island. Dwayne Sutter has the hat trick thanks to a great pass from behind the net from Bob Bourne. Goal number 3 for Dwayne Sutter. Brent Sutter also drawing an assist there. It's 5-0 Islanders now in the second. 5-0 in the second period. The commentators, Dan Kelly, Gary Green.
44 left. The Rangers are down 5-0. They'll get a chance here. Helene gets a slashing penalty. 18-16 the time. 5-0. The Islanders leading. Puck is cleared to center ice, and going back after it is Ruotsalainen. Actually, it's Lennon. He's on the point with Ruotsalainen, giving it now to Pavelich. Mark Pavelich, number 40. Flips it in. Good scoring, knocks that down. Shot it off the boards and down the ice. And Ruotsalainen, number 29, circles his own goal. The Rangers trying to come from behind a 5-0 deficit. Here's Anders Hedberg. He flips it in. Kenny Morrow is there. Played it off the boards back into the Ranger zone, and Ruotsalainen is back again. We're in the final minute of this period. And now play is stopped, and we'll have a face-off in the New York Ranger zone. Matt Saline in the penalty box. He looks like another pretty good find for the Islanders.
Well, I think they've got a few more of them sitting down on their farm club. They've got a goaltender down there that, well, a lot of clubs in the National Hockey League would like to have right now.
We're down to 58 seconds left in the period. It's the second. The Islanders lead 5-0. By the way, in our intermission, Al Truplik will talk with a Hall of Fame referee and one of the supervisors of officiating in the NHL, Frank Goodberry, one of the very best referees ever. As well, a profile series in our milestone features featuring the Roadrunner, Ivan Cornwallis. Here are the Rangers on the attack. Get the puck into the Islander zone, back to Beck at the point. Over to Allison, centered one. Potvin tips that away. Now it's Don Maloney. To the side of the net, Allison centered it, nobody there. Here's Dave Maloney for the Rangers. To Mike Allison. The Rangers on the power play. Back to Beck. Behind the goal, Dave Maloney. Trying to center one. Puck loose at the side of the goal. Big pile up. The referee, Bob Myers, lost sight of the puck. Whistles the play down and hold on.
Well, Mike Allison right in there doing some pushing and shoving. Originally against Kenny Morrow, not too much is going to happen. You know, Dan, I think this is perhaps, and I've seen the Islanders play a fair amount this year, two of the finest periods of hockey back-to-back that I have witnessed this year, as far as determination goes, as far as their skating goes, and certainly as far as discipline goes in playing their positions.
I don't know what Al Arbor said to them before the game, but I know this, I'd say the same thing Sunday night at Madison Square Garden. Just tape the speech and play it again. 16 seconds left in the period. Goring wins the faceoff to Lane. Lane cleared it, held in. Now the Rangers with a chance. Allison, a high shot off the glass with a backhander. Cleared by Bourne down the ice. The Rangers, as the period comes to an end, go back and get it. And after two, these Islanders, that guy Billy Smith has blanked the Rangers.
And in Edmonton, the Oilers...
Heart! Showing the movement to Molson Light.
There are the Rangers and the Islanders playing in Long Island tonight. That's our Stanley Cup update game. We'll keep you posted on the action there. Right now it's 5-0 Islanders. Trying to go 2-up in that series. Bob? This is at the Nassau Coliseum, Uniondale, New York. The Islanders, the home team in white, playing the New York Rangers. That's our Stanley Cup update. And there's...
Nothing changed. The Oilers still leading the Calgary Flames 3-1, a much slower period for both teams. Well, now let's go to Uniondale, New York. Our Stanley Cup update. The Islanders very much in control there, and Billy Smith is looking for a playoff shutout. Let's join Dan Kelly and Gary Green.
We're in the final minute of this game, and they love what they've seen here on Long Island. In the Big Apple, well, they wouldn't be too happy. Here's Ruth Salina to Johnstone. 45 seconds left. Now to Don Maloney as the Rangers attack in the last minute. Ruotsalainen fanned on the shot. Now held in, and now we're going to have a stoppage in play with 36 seconds left in the game. And for our local affiliates, we'll pause right here on the USA Cable Network.
We'll rejoin the USA Network in just a moment, but let's recap what happened in the National Hockey League this afternoon. Chicago 7-4 over Minnesota. Chicago a 2-0 series lead, and they'll move on to Minnesota for Game 3. Boston 5-3 over Buffalo this afternoon. The Bruins into a 4-0 lead in that game to get back and even that series at 1-1 in Boston this afternoon. Game 3 in all series, including ours, Edmonton at Calgary, is Sunday afternoon. Check your local listings for the time in your area.
About 25 watches. We'll be back at the end of the game.
Well, the fans at the Nassau Coliseum, the home of the Islanders, are delirious with what they've seen here tonight.
Well, right now we see Kevin Collins trying to fix those end boards. For 2 periods, the Rangers have played in that end zone. For 2 periods, the New York Islanders have attacked them. Herb Brooks isn't too happy about that. But I'll tell you, there's been so many body checks behind that Ranger net tonight by the Islanders, the boards just can't take it any longer.
You talked earlier about the Rangers. In this game here this evening, the Rangers just have never been able to get started. The Islanders have been all over them, and I think the Islanders would have made a lot of teams look bad with their performance here tonight.
I don't think there's a team in the league that they wouldn't have made look bad. You know, it all started with John Tonelli scoring so quickly in the course of this hockey game. They just haven't looked back since that point in time.
This whole place is standing and joining Frank Sinatra in a couple of choruses of New York, New York.
Is that Long Island, or New York, New York?
I think they're just trying to bug the Rangers a little. Here's Persson flipping it into the center ice area. Brent Sutter for the Islanders leading a rush. Now to Blaine Sutter, cuts behind the net, centered it out in front. Comes to Persson. Turns, fires. Hanlon pad save on that. Now Bob Bourne. Centered it in front. Allison intercepts. There's Brent Sutter holding it in to Blaine Sutter. We're down to 8 seconds left in the game, and the Islanders are going to take a 2-0 lead in this series as Stepan Persson faces back after a loose puck.
So you've seen the final seconds in Uniondale. The Islanders 5-0 winners over the New York Rangers for a 2-0 series lead. Coming up, Bobby Orr's Hockey Legends tonight, Pierre Pilote. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment. And in the Patrick division, the Islanders 5, the Rangers no score, a 2-0 series lead for the Islanders. Billy Smith has the shutout this afternoon. The Smythe Division final continues from the Corral in Calgary. Game 3, the Oilers and the Flames, begins at 6 Mountain, 8 Eastern Time. Be with us Sunday as the Stanley Cup playoffs continue from Calgary on Hockey Night in